Welcome to the Shield Your Business from Chaos podcast, where there's no building, no people, no third-party suppliers, and no systems all combined to create Chaos the Dragon, which is battled by King Phoenix and his shield.
Hi, welcome to the KISSBCP podcast. I'm your host, Roswitha. Like and subscribe to the KISSBCP podcast wherever you listen or watch. And now, on with the show. Hi, welcome back to the KISSBCP podcast. I'm your host, Roswitha. Before we get started, take a moment to follow us on Instagram at KISSBCP because Kingsbridge is simple and secure BCP. Thanks for joining us today. In today's episode, we introduce something new for 2024. I'll be exploring a different theme each month with our guests. As you might suspect, January's theme is New Year's resolutions. We'll get back to that in a moment. In February, we'll be talking about your missed New Year's resolutions. The March episode is a special topic that you won't want to miss. Now, I'm not going to tell you all of the different themes that we have planned for this year, but I will give you a sneak peek at a couple more. In May, we'll be talking about business continuity knowledge in honor of Business Continuity Awareness Week. And in June, my guests and I will be talking about hurricane preparedness. So keep coming back every month. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Now, let's dive into January's topic. Resolutions. Most of us make them. Many of us fail to keep them. It's a lot like doing your business continuity plan. It feels overwhelming to start, so sometimes we just put it off because we're afraid we're going to fail. And I'm here to tell you that if your business continuity resolution for the year is to finally get that plan done, it's time to do it. Just get it done. It's not hard. Now, that's not to say that it's not time-consuming or that it doesn't have a load of challenges, especially if it's the first time you're doing this. But honestly, get it done. It's not hard. And I'm here to give you some tips today on how you might want to get started. First off, I would say gather any documents that you already have. And if you already have something for an incident management plan or a crisis management plan, you can draw on the steps that exist there for kicking off your business continuity plan. It doesn't have to be a 50-page document, nor should it be. Ideally, your business continuity plan is a very short document. Now, there will be links to procedures for different departments and processes. But as far as getting your basic plan done, if you don't have one, start simply by laying out what is going to activate your plan, identifying the team members that are going to be responsible for making those decisions, and then laying out your steps to recovery. Now, there are loads of documents and templates and help online. And you can also check out Kingsbridge with its very easy to use Shield software that comes in a free version. Regardless of how you get that information, you can look at what are the basic components of a business continuity plan and figure out what's going to work for your organization. What I'm here to say now is to say, take the steps to get it done before you get mired up in different projects and things pulling you in 100 different directions. Get yourself a template or an outline and start filling in those blanks. You want your plan to be short. You want it to be actionable. Places for policy and all kinds of background documentation should exist elsewhere, but not in your plan. I can't stress enough how important it is to have an actionable plan. And you're not going to get that with something that's 30 pages long because during an incident, nobody is going to read those 30 pages. set yourself a goal of a 10-page document. And this is just me talking from my experience. And lay out the most important things that you need in your business continuity plan. You need the resources. You need links to documents on how to recover specific applications or processes. And those documents may not exist yet. But if you have this outline, you're well on your way to getting your company to a place where it has an actionable plan. If you don't have a business impact analysis yet, that's definitely something that you'll need to do. But in the meantime, you could probably identify some high-level things that you would want to include in your plan. For example, in general, IT systems, which ones? Network, email, core applications. And a lot of that, of course, the details come out in the business impact analysis. I'm in no way suggesting that you skip that. But with a common sense approach, you're able to identify quite a bit already. And the same thing is true of risks. A thorough risk assessment should be done. Please reach out to your risk department for any information that they can share with you. But you can still write your plan without having all of that information identified, at least at a high level. The next thing is trying to identify over a period of time what needs to be recovered. Now, you might have placeholders in your plan for this information that's going to come out of your BIA. But say if you set yourself that goal of sort of a 10-page document and fill in the blanks without policy information or anything like that, you will be able to see more clearly what needs to get done in 2024 to make a true actionable plan a reality. I promise you, if you keep it simple, you can get it done. You can even get this done in the month of January. As you progress through your business continuity plan and document things like roles and responsibilities, your communications plan, and any strategies that are already in the works or being talked about for your application and business process recoveries, you want to, again, keep coming back to the question of, is this actionable? If the information that you're adding into your plan doesn't help make it actionable, ask yourself whether or not it needs to be in the plan, or should it be a supporting document of some kind, or part of a supporting document. Keep coming back to this question, and your plan will be stronger for it, because you'll leave out all the things that in the moment when an incident occurs, you don't actually need. People can always reference those supporting documents, and they should, but experience has shown time and time again, and this is not just my experience, this is from many, many other professionals that I've spoken with over the years, people with 15, 20 plus years of experience in business continuity, and actually dealing with a huge variety of different types of business disruptions, whether that's man-made or an environmental or natural disaster. Doesn't really matter in this case at all. But what people keep coming back to is that, well, the plan gets tossed when something happens. It's great to test it, but in the moment, people do what they know. So the shorter you're able to keep this document, the greater the chance that people will actually use it when an incident occurs. So keeping in mind my personal goal of 10 pages, what I would then next include after talking about recovery strategies is a communication plan of some brief kind. Now, somebody somewhere at some point is going to have a fully fleshed out communication plan that sometimes HR owns, sometimes the communications department, if you have one. It just sort of depends on your organization. But for the purposes of your business continuity plan, the basics of what your communication plan should look like needs to be included. And then I would also say that in addition to that, you want to briefly mention what criteria need to be fulfilled in order to deactivate the plan and who makes that decision. So You can do this a couple of ways. I prefer an outline, and I honestly will do bulleted lists for each section and then flesh them out. You can say, I'm going to take 1 page for each item in my outline and develop that. And once you do that, you'll see that you'll have, it's going to vary, of course, the exact length, but I really do try to stick to that 10-page goal. And you'll have a plan that if something were to happen, you have something. It may not be perfect. It may be missing detail. You may not even have gotten to your BIA yet. But in an incident, somebody knows who to call. The management knows what to expect in terms of communications, upward and outward. You have an idea of what your resources should be focusing on, at least at an initial stage. And this can help you even if you don't have a fully fleshed BCP or anything else. Just getting this down is going to go a long way towards getting you sort of across the finish line with a plan that's got all the detail in it. So if you're just starting out, don't be discouraged. You can start with something very, very basic, but the emphasis here is get it done. It's not that hard, and you can do it in the month of January. So I hope you found this information helpful and encouraging today. Thanks for joining us. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we will see you next time.